I can't get permission to investigate the crime scene. The truth will be lost.
Hold it, hold it, hold it!
Okay.
Mr. Edgeworth, what are you doing spacing out? Have you forgotten? There's only one thing you should do at a time like this.
And what's that?
When the people are in a bind, the hero of justice appears to save the day. You just leave it to me. For I am Kay Faraday, the second of the great Yagagarasu.
I thought you were a thief, not a hero.
The Yagagarasu is noble, and is always a thief of justice.
That's... of course. If we have enough information, I can recreate...
If we have enough information, I can recreate the inside of the haunted house with this. If we then factor in everyone's testimony...
You can recreate exactly what happened when I dropped off the ransom money. We may be able to figure out some new information with this. It's worth a try. Agent Lang.
So you want to use your little toy? Be my guest. Okay, hang on. You're about to witness the true power of real modern-day Robin Hood.
Detective Gumshoe. Is there a copy of the haunted house blueprint on the police's reference documents?
Yes, sir. We got it in case we need it for the kidnapping case. Alright, I'll input the haunted house's data then. What is this? Where are we? It's like we're inside the haunted house.
Even if we can't expect the real location itself, the path to the truth slumbers here. If I can successfully navigate my way using logic, I'll ultimately arrive at the truth. Now then, I believe I'm ready to investigate this crime scene.
What should I recreate first?
You haven't figured it out yet?
Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. I'm going to make you do all the hard work.
Very well. I'd like to inspect the moment in which I was ambushed by my abductor. The two of them were definitely in this place at that time. If I can verify that, it may provide me a new lead. I just come into the hallway after leaving the money inside the room. At that time, I saw a badger slumped over on the floor at the end of the hall.
What was a badger doing all the way down there?
I also thought it strange. I thought that maybe it was simply a mannequin that was set there for atmosphere.
You know which badger it was?
No, it was too dark to tell. All I saw was its silhouette.
In that case, I'll just program a badger silhouette for now. Programming complete.
Then I started walking towards the exit.
And that's when you were struck from behind, right?
Yes.
But that's odd. The hallway's a dead end. Where'd your assailant come from?
There's only one location I can think of. I believe my assailant was laying here in wait.
Take that!
That doll I saw wasn't really a doll. It was in fact a costumed kidnapper.
Oh, so he used the costume as the perfect camouflage to blend in with the rest of the house.
Precisely. He waited until I made the drop-off and was about to leave. Then, just as he saw me take a step towards the exit, he stood and launched his attack. I can think of no better hiding place than this.
Not bad. I'm beginning to think I should steal this tactic for myself.
Just don't use it to do anything criminal, Kay. Well, Lance?
Huh? What are you asking me for?
As one of the kidnappers, I figured I should give you a chance to confess first.
I was one of the kidnappers, but I don't know anything. I did come to the haunted house, but I never set foot inside. I left Oliver in charge of picking up the ransom money.
You didn't set foot inside. Is he telling the truth, or is this another lie? Alright, then you're claiming it was Mr. Deacon who assaulted me.
Yeah, I'm sure it was him. Okay, I'm putting new info now. Mr. Deacon was the Bad Badger, right? Since the Bad Badger has a gun attached to its right hand, I'll have to change it to the weapons in its left hand.
Now to verify the facts of this recreation. It's a replica of myself.
You're totally oblivious to what was behind you, huh?
Yes, I suppose I'm also to blame for what happened to me. It was incredibly dark, which was all the more reason I should have been more alert. I vowed to never be caught by surprise again. You didn't recreate the weapon. See,
I can't recreate something I know nothing about. What were you hit with?
the attack came from behind, so I have no idea, but I doubt it was someone's bare hands.
Okay, where were you hit?
Oh, it sits on the right side of my head, just above my temple. There was a bit of blood, but there wasn't anything serious.
Ow, sounds painful.
Why are you smirking like that when you say it?
It's just your imagination. Now let's see. I wonder if there's anything in the hallway that could have been used as a weapon. Looking for something the culprit could have hit you with.
Take that!
I have it. There was indeed one such object lying here in this hallway. A prop sword.
Are you talking about this thing here?
Yes, although we did find it at the kidnapper's hideout. Yes, it's possible the culprit took it with him after using it on me.
To leave no evidence behind, right?
Correct. May worth a more thorough examination yet.
What test you want to run on this sword?
Luminol. The culprit was wearing a costume at the time, so a fingerprint analysis is useless. Let's run a luminol test. It's possible some of my blood found its way onto this. Agent Lang, may I ask for your cooperation in this matter?
Like I have a choice. Sheena, call the lab boys. Understood.
Except for a dab on the left side, it would appear the blade is spotless.
Must have been the left side of the prop sword that hit you then, right? Okay, I'll update the recreation with this new piece of info. In this instant, the Badger will swing his left arm, complete with weapon in hand.
To club me in the left side of the prop sword.
Should I recreate the moment of impact? I want to see the pain expression in your face.
It's just fine the way it is. Maybe not. Maybe it's just my imagination or something not quite right.
Yeah, the Bad Badger's pretty bad looking when you see him up close.
What do you expect from a character named the Bad Badger?
Those sunglasses, right in the dark, makes it seem extra bad.
Now I'm lost. What meaning of bad does she really mean? It's me. I have to say, it's rather embarrassing to see myself like this.
So what were you thinking about at the time?
I don't recall, but I guess I was thinking about the kidnapping.
Really? I don't think so at all. Your face practically screams, I'm about to be conked over the head.
If I'd known that at the time, do you think I would have let myself be hit? Finally, I found the clear contradiction in the facts of this sword. Except for a bit on the left side, the prop sword's completely spotless. If the culprit had used his left hand, the blood would be on the opposite side.
Opposite side, huh?
If the culprit held the sword in his left hand, the sword's right side would have hit.
I see, but the blood's on the left side of the sword, right? Which means he used his right hand to hit you.
Exactly. This prop sword has This prop sword has a large right guard attached to the hilt. It'd be impossible to hold this with two hands or wearing a costume with such big hands. Therefore, it couldn't be the left hand or both hands. It must have been the right.
I'll change the data to reflect the right-handed swing.
Not yet, Kay. There's no sense in changing anything yet. If you change the parameters to the right hand, it'd only create a new contradiction.
Take that!
The Bad Badger already holds a gun with his right hand, so he can't hold a sword in addition.
That's right. What now? If it wasn't his left or right hand?
It means the one who struck me could not have been the Bad Badger. Are you paying attention, Lance? Mr. Deacon could not have been the one who struck me. Which leaves only you as our primary suspect.
Fine, it was me. I hit you.
It appears you lied to me yet again. See how quickly they catch up to you, Lance.
Wait, isn't Lance left-handed?
Yes, but that makes his deception all the more interesting. He used his right hand to make it look like Mr. Deacon had been the one to strike me. For you see, firing a gun with one's non-dominant hand is difficult. But that level of dexterity isn't required to swing a prop sword. Kay, please input this new data. The one who hit me from behind was Lance, or should I say the Proto Badger.
You got it. Here I go.
Now we have a faithful recreation of the situation around the attack on me.
Alright, all we have to do is examine the new recreation.
And what exactly is so funny, Agent Lang?
This amusing little gadget sure packs a punch, right, Sheena? Yes, it was all I could do to hold my laughter in. Hey, don't make fun of little thief, you mean old werewolf. Here, Mr. Edgeworth, bring out the best in each other. You've had your little fun, now it's my turn. I've sat quietly by, listening. But the crude conclusions you two keep spewing don't whet this wolf's appetite. There's no guarantee your toy will always show the real solution at any given time. All it displays is whatever information you put in there, right? When you put it that way, your suppositions are wrong. It's not your fault, and I'm going to let you in on this. There's a trick to this haunted house.
And what would that be exactly?
A trick beyond what your tiny imagination can produce. Sheena! Here you are. Now then, what you missed, girlie, is written right here in this pamphlet.
The 7 Wonders of the Haunted House, the Disappearing Badger?
What's this? I'd say someone around here is fond of theatrics. And as you can see, they set a doll down at the end of the hallway for that purpose. Basically, the blue badge you saw was just a stupid doll.
How can this be?
Guess that throws your whole theory about it being your attacker right out the window. Ugh. That can't be right. Maybe the culprit hit the doll somewhere. Then he laid down, pretended to be it instead. If the criminal couldn't even hide himself in the hallway, how could he hide a giant doll? Do you get it now? Thanks to your presumptions, your logic started off weak and led you to the completely wrong conclusion. Now get off your high horse. Mr. Edgeworth.
Kay, I wonder if you could input the new information for me.
You don't know when to quit, do you?
I can't quit, not until I declare that I've found the truth. Agent Lang, for the additional information, you have my thanks.
There you go again. We'll see if I care. Okay, I'm updating the recreation now. That looks really weird. Look at how it changes from the blue badger to the proto badger all of a sudden.
If the slumped over badger was just a doll, where was my attacker hiding?
That's what we've got to find out, right? So come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go.
Yes, let's. This recreation can't be right, which means there must be a contradiction somewhere. It's the proto-badger who struck me. I suppose I should really say that it's Lance.
Oh, you're gonna let it get him back?
I need not resort to violence with the lawsuit I plan to bring to court will suffice.
Really? Because I totally would have decked him right back. If someone steals from me, I steal something from them. If I get hit, I hit them back. If I get paid, I return the money. That's the secret to how a great thief works.
Her third statement doesn't see much benefit to her survival.
Miles, my boy, what's the meaning of all this? You plan to pay me back for all I've done for you with the conviction of my son?
I've not forgotten my debt to you, however your son's crimes are a separate matter. Further, I can't ignore the truth when it's right before me.
You'll regret this, I promise you that.
No matter the outcome, I never regret the choices I make. Miss Porps, by my hand I will prove your innocence in the murder of Mr. Deacon. Therefore, please don't fret, it will soon be over. Do you not trust me?
That is...
Your face is beet red, Miss Pulps.
Okay, I have Lance. Lolly, don't tell me you like this guy more than me. That's... Oh, why am I so pathetic? So easily swayed by even a single glance.
What exactly is she going on about?
I think you have another guilty person on your hands, Mr. Edgeworth.
You can lie all you want, but it'll be all for naught, Lance. As soon as I expose the truth, you'll be placed under arrest.
How can you do this? After all my dad's done for you.
What your father's done for me is unrelated to the charges you face now.
Ugh, unbelievable. You know, you're sounding like a bully right now, Mr. Edgeworth.
If I'm not serious about this, you will never understand the true gravity of his crimes. I won't allow him to remain a child forever.
Now you sound like a dad.
Have you noticed anything worthwhile?
I have no obligation to talk with you. I'm only just a little thief in solving this case. That toy is very well made. Haha, that's because it's the heart of a noble thief, Yatagarasu.
Okay, that may not be something you want to advertise to everyone.
So, Sheena, what exactly is the source of this extra-dimensional like space? I believe it's nothing more than a projection from the girl's toy. So it's like an illusion, right? Yes. Hey, don't treat us like some sort of silly light show.
Thanks for letting us use, Little Thief.
Zhang Li says, reject not those who seek the truth. So keep in mind I'm not doing it for you, I'm doing it for the truth.
Don't worry, I understand. We may have different methods, but our wish is the same. I can't believe what I'm seeing, sir. The space I'm standing in. It's like out of a crazy dream. Except this isn't a dream. This is something Kay's gadget.
No, wait, it's exactly like a dream, sir. I've never been so impressed. It's a miracle.
Someone sure is easily impressed.
I'm so glad you like it. Oh, this is probably your gadget. I wish I had one too. Once this is over, I'll let you play with it for a bit if you want. You do that for me, pal? Thanks. Alright, let's wrap this case up already.
It's times like this I wonder if they understand the seriousness of the situation.
We take a look around, it almost feels like more like a house of mirrors.
Indeed. Who's ever heard of this many mirrors inside a haunted house before?
At least you know the real crime scene thanks to the mirror shards. Wait, these shards, there's something different about them.
Oh?
The ones we found earlier are thicker than the shards and the ones in the mirrors in this wall. There's some sort of design on the back too.
The pieces from that costume are certainly different from the other mirrors. What does this mean? Could it be our pieces are not pieces of these mirrors?
This is where the proto badger shows up in our recreation.
Yes, now the question is, where did he come from?
There's no place to hide in our current model.
There must be an inconsistency somewhere. Pieces of a set of armor are in a pile here.
Why do you think they almost always have sets of armor inside haunted houses?
I suppose this sort of interior design is meant to bring a sense of the abnormalcy.
Why do our explanations have to be so hard to understand, Mr. Edgeworth? I'll try explaining it again, but this time it's not even a thief like me can get.
That may prove a most difficult task. We took... I went to Resonance. This blue badger is a doll for use inside the haunted house.
I bet the one who killed this blue badger was the bad badger, right?
According to the Blue Badger Bible, it says they are each other's worst enemy.
Because one's an ally of justice and one's the vile criminal with a gun?
Perhaps they're just destined to battle each other. Much like the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate.
I really don't know. There isn't anything to go off. The only thing I can really do is press everything on this badger doll then.
Eureka! Eureka!
Yeah.
Hold on a second here, there's something wrong with this blue badger.
Like what?
Oh, the way the belt is on him is opposite to how it should be. Did you make a mistake?
Ah, right. Can't be. I put the image data exactly as it is in the pamphlet.
So why is a blue badger dressed up in reverse?
It's a mirror image.
The blue badger in the pamphlet photo is in reverse of the irregular blue badger. Why? There must be some sort of explanation. Okay, do you remember what you said earlier?
Said earlier about what?
How this building might as well have been a house of mirrors.
A house of mirrors? Oh, that would explain the reversed or mirror image.
Yes, this blue badger might be nothing more than the reflected image of a real one.
And the blue badge you saw is just a reflection?
I looked down this hall, I thought it was perfectly straight. However, if there was a mirror...
It would actually be from an L shape, right?
Precisely. I was deceived. The hallway was almost pitch black. And there was a beam in the way that obstructed my view of the other hallway.
Why build a place like that? Sounds pretty pointless to me.
Okay, the house is just another attraction as an amusement park. They created a mirror wall for a very specific purpose, one I can point out to you. This was the reason they built a mirror wall.
Take that!
As it's listed in the pamphlet, the main draw of this attraction is the mystery of the disappearing badger.
You mean they built the mirror for the trick alone? You said you saw the badger, it was definitely still there.
That was true at the time, however. Doing this allows someone to make the blue badger disappear in a flash. All they'd have to do is dim the lamps.
So that's how it's done. It was completely dark in there.
Then you wouldn't have been able to see the badger anymore.
Yeah. Wait, hold on, that's completely pointless. You won't be able to see anything at all, not even when you were going.
Is that necessarily a bad thing?
It is if it negates the point of the attraction.
I'd better rethink this. To remove a reflected image, simply remove the mirror. First, the mirror was constructed so that it could be moved. Then, beyond where the mirror was, the empty hallway had to be created.
So when they wanted people to see the blue badger, they'd open the mirror. And when they wanted to hide it, they simply had to close it again.
This explains why the other side of these fragments has this design on them.
If the pattern's the same as the other walls in the hallway,
Then when the mirror is closed, it would blend in with the rest of the walls. This is the mirror trick that this haunted house employs. And this also proves the existence of a hiding place for the culprit.
how so?
Think about it, Kay. There was a place that was outside my field of vision. The culprit kept out of sight by hiding here.
Take that!
There's a very large blind spot, one I could not see beyond, and it's here. If my assailant hid on the other side of the movable mirror, you wouldn't be able
to see him. He didn't even need to do anything to the Blue Badger doll.
Exactly. All he had to do was wait for me on the other side of the mirror.
Hold on, I just thought of something.
Yes?
Shouldn't the mirror wall be broken right now in reality?
There are a few shards of it, we can probably assume it is. Yes, it most definitely is broken. The question is, when was it broken? Since we found these inside the victim's costume, would that mean the victim was there when the mirror was broken? Wait, that sound.
Leave the money and go now.
The sound of it was most definitely the sound of a mirror breaking. Okay, I'd like you to input some new information.
Don't scare me like that.
Sorry, but I need you to recreate something for me.
Sure, whatever you need. What do you need anyway?
If you could first recreate the hallway just before I entered the dining room.
You got it.
Now this, I believe, is how it was right before I entered the dining room. Although at the time I thought it was but a single straight hallway. And then I went inside. It was around then I heard the sound of a mirror shattering.
You heard what, then?
Yes, I believe it was then the mirror was broken. So then when you stepped outside...
So when you stepped outside the hallway again...
The mirror wall should no longer exist. Okay, Kay, please recreate that.
Got it. With the mirror gone, the culprit lost his hiding spot. So where'd he go in his proto-badger suit, Mr. Edgeworth?
That's easy enough. With the mirror gone, he simply hid himself in the Blanche hallway.
I think that about wraps it up. Looks like we finally solved everything.
Not yet. An even larger contradiction has now reared its head.
Huh?
Perhaps you did not notice, but this recreation contains a very troubling inconsistency.
Take that!
Take a look at the end of the hall.
There's no Blue Badger there.
Exactly, the Blue Badger I saw in reality is not here. This is the final point in this long chain of logic, the last remaining contradiction.
Let me get this straight. When you came out the dining room, you saw a badger, right?
And that's precisely where the final contradiction lies. Something that shouldn't exist was there before me. Who or what do you suppose it was? I believe this is the real identity of our mystery badger.
Take that!
The badger I saw was in actuality the dead victim's body.
What?
Agent Lang, the entirety of now my complete logic is final. This is my final decisive piece of evidence. The murder happened in the hallway of the haunted house at the time of the drop-off, and you can consider the moment I heard the mirror breaking to be the real time of death for Mr. Deacon. No. Maybe it was due to their fighting, or perhaps it was life-shattering bullet. But no matter what the cause was, the hallway mirror wall was broken.
You were in the house at the time, right? Are you telling me you missed the sound of a gunshot?
There were a variety of sound effects playing at the time, all for theatrics, I assume. The gunshot must have blended right in.
Ah!
Now, I'd like you to recall something for me. Who was it that was with the victim at the haunted house? Who was the one who had the opportunity to rob his victim of his gun and use it on him? It was you, Lance Armano. I'm so sorry. It's not like I had a choice. Oliver turned on me all of a sudden. He snapped and turned violent right after I hung up with you. He shoved me in the ground and strangled me. I fought back as hard as I could, grabbed his gun and shot him. The bullet must have went through his body and shattered the mirror. If I had taken his gun and shot him first, I would have been the one you found. He's a hardened criminal. He escaped from jail.
See, that's justified self-defense. My boy was only trying to protect himself.
That remains to be seen, and it will be resolved in court. Eden Clang, I leave the rest to you.
As if you were the one in charge around here. Arrest these two and get them out of my sight. Wait, I had nothing to do with the murder. The only person you should be arresting is Vance.
Dad?
Sorry, but you're not slipping away that easily, Mr. Ernest Armano. You tampered with the evidence so you could cover for your son. What a great dad you are, willing to risk it all, truly touching. Ugh. By the way, do you know why I'm really here? And how can I possibly know the answer to such an asinine question?
It is hell doing those two back to back.
You wooed me. I came all this way from across the sea just to see you, you know. You came to see me?
What's that supposed to mean?
I have a few things to ask you, Mr. Armano, about a case from 10 years ago.
10 years ago?
Oh, what's the name you use here for that case? Sheena. It's known as the KG-8 incident. Ah.
The KG-8 incident?
Oh, so you remember it? Good. You'll recall the trigger in that case was the Armano Group scandal. Specifically, the charge of an internal smuggling ring.
Smuggling? There's that word again.
At the time, the person that was arrested as the ringleader was Mr. Armano's own secretary, Mr. Colin Deveray.
Father?
Even though you pushed the crime onto your then secretary, Mr. Deveray, I always suspected you were involved with the smuggling ring, Mr. Armano. Mr. Deveray was arrested in place of you, which is why when he broke out, you hid him from the police, right? You hid him in exchange for his silence on your little dirty secret. Now, please calm down. I honestly have no idea what you're talking about. Pretend to be ignorant all you want. We're taking you down to the precinct anyway for a nice long chat. What the? Who the heck was that?
I'll take him to the precinct if you don't mind.
And who the heck are you?
I'm Jack Portsman, the prosecutor in charge of this case.
Jack, thank goodness you're here. Don't jerk me around. This is an Interpol case. Keep your paws off my suspect.
Sorry, but I can't comply. I've got the backing of the prosecutor's office. In this country, we prosecutors work with the police to bring cases to court. If you could please cooperate with me here, that'd be great. Now, how about a handshake to seal the deal?
Sorry, but I hate prosecutors, the whole lot of you. Guys, arrest the 2 suspects.
Sir,
I almost forgot. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, is it? I'd like to thank you.
thank me.
Yeah, for working so hard to fulfill my goal.
Hey, is that any way to thank someone? What the heck is that supposed to mean?
You were so relentless with Lance, you forced Ernest to tamper with evidence. Thanks to that, I finally had a legitimate reason to arrest him. How does it feel to bite the hand that feeds you?
The hand that feeds me? I'm not sure I follow.
It's no use pretending with me. You're the one, right? You're the corrupt prosecutor working for Mr. Armano and the smuggling ring, right?
No, I'd never do such a thing.
The heck? Our intel's never wrong. In your prosecutor's office, there's definitely someone working with the ring.
So Agent Lang suspected my relation to Mr. Armano. That must be the real reason behind his antagonistic attitude.
On top of that, your mentor was Manfred von Karma, right? There were non-stop rumours flying about the forged evidence with that guy. You're not twisting the truth behind those closed courtroom doors, are you?
The courtroom is a place where truth is revealed.
Well, don't worry, it's not only you. The whole lot of you can't be trusted. A prosecutor who never lost in 40 years, every defendant must be found guilty. You're by that kind of thing, is it any wonder you courts produce nothing but falsities and lies?
It would seem his disdain extends just beyond me. Prosecutors, the courts, why is this man so angry with us all?
Rest assured, next time we meet, I won't be so forgiving. So don't you forget it.
Please wait. Agent Sheena. Why does Agent Lang hate all prosecutors, sir?
Lang is the head of the longest-honored house of Lang in Zhengfa. The heads of all police-related divisions in that country were of Lang blood.
Were? What do you mean by that? Aren't they still?
They were revered, but it was long ago. They don't hold that sort of sway anymore. And it was all because of the courts.
How can that be?
A prosecutor once withheld and tampered with the evidence one of the Lang detectives found. The evidence was purity was tarnished and cost the Lang family its honor and trust.
Not all prosecutors are like that.
Even so, Lang will never respect the court again or any prosecutor.
So Agent Lang is a man who hates all courts and is unwilling to forgive prosecutors.
Man, what a piece of work that guy is. Come on, Jim, we better catch up.
Yeah.
We still gotta go deliver the thing to the old man after all.
Detective Gumshoe, I believe it's time we wrapped up and headed out ourselves.
Yeah, you going home, Mr. Edgeworth?
No, I've done nothing but been entangled in one mess after another since my return. If it's alright with you, can you drop me off at my office?
No problem, sir.
Excuse me?
Yeah, what is it?
Thank you very much.
Oh, it's okay. You don't need to thank me, pal. Just doing my job as detective.
I guess I was fooled pretty badly by Lance. Oh, cruel fate. What's a woman to do when she's been hurt by the one she loves? And to think I never realised my father was right there. I never said anything to him. I knew it. I'm a failure. There she goes again, talking to herself.
Miss Porps, I wonder if you know why your father participated in the kidnapping.
I have no idea.
Your father died while he was trying to stop Lance. which means from the beginning he had no interest in the stage self-abduction.
Why did he?
I believe it was because of your presence, Miss Porps.
Me?
Lance realized the two of you were related, which is why he used you as a hostage to coerce Mr. Devilray into cooperating.
Father?
As a felon, he could not tell you of his real relation to you. However, as the Armano family butler, at the very least, he was able to watch over you. It was all he could do, but that was the shape of his overflowing love for you. Go on, speak your mind.
That is... Thank you very much.
You're welcome, although there's no need to thank me.
No, Lawrence, no. I mean, this man's too much older than you.
Is he? Yeah, alright. I mean, what is it, 5-year age gap? That's not that bad, really. But maybe wait a couple years. Looks like you completely stolen her away, Mr. Edgeworth. Why you go, sir? Your technique is way beyond the level of great thief.
What are you going on about now?
Your deducing skills may be sound, but you have no street smarts. That's Mr. Edgeworth for you. Yeah, he still hasn't figured out who I am at all. If you haven't remembered all this time, I guess I'm just going to have to say it. This isn't the first time we've met, you know. What do you mean, pal? Mr. Edgeworth, how do you know this girl? Looks like you totally forgot me too, Gummy. Gummy? Maybe this'll jog your memories. I promise I'd return this to you one day, remember?
That single piece of cloth took me back far into my past, to that fateful day 7 years ago when I first met the then child Kay and Detective Gumshoe. Wow.